Hey everybody, Cast of Brass here with you today, and the camera's wiggling a little bit the way I've got it set up, but that's okay. Today we're doing a fishing lure review on one of my favorite fishing lures. It's an old school type lure, just like the jitterbug or the torpedo or the popper. Used those baits many years in rivers and lakes and still working till today, and I've still got them. My tackle bags, fishing vests are still full of those lures because they work. And just like the Rapala, or the Rapala as I call it, the minnow bait, the balsa wood, floating jerk baits, love them in these rivers. And same goes for the AC Shiner right here. And this company here has been around for about 50 years or plus, and I've used these many times. And black and gold and orange is my favorite color when it comes to smallmouth, or when it comes to brown trout. Brown trout loves the black and gold in lures like this. And right here's what we got, and you can just see that burnt orange belly on it, and then it's got a black back on it right here. And you also get some paperwork in it right here that tells you the manufacturer assumes no responsibility if you get your lure hung in a tree limb or in a weed patch and you sling it out and you lay the hooks to yourself. You should have more sense. And also it tells you about how to tune it if it gets out of time, and a little bit, etc., etc. That's about it. But I got a tip I want to give you on this. It's actually in a pack, but I've known this for years. If you're going to be using one of these right here, right up here on the eye where you tie your line on, don't do that. You need to get a split ring. Buy you a pack of split rings at Walmart. Get one off of an old fishing lure and add it to this lure right here, because if you tie directly to the lure, it's got to have that flex. It's got to be able to work that action. And you can also, I've got my spinning reel here, you can also use a snap just like this right here. And that's what I use a lot in the rivers. It's just a good old, my favorite snaps. I've used many brands. My favorite snap is an Eagle Claw, because they do not straighten when you hook into a good fish like other companies or other brands of snaps. They're really good. But right there's how I rig it up. You can see it right there, hopefully, that snap on it. But that's it. And like I said, black and gold and orange, smallmouth loves it. Another thing is, this is a 4.5 inch one right here. You can also get them, I think, at 2.5 or 3, something like that. You can even get them up for muskie and striper, like 7 inch, like the big red fins. But this is it right here, guys. Let's take it, let's try it out right here in the river. I'll show you my actions, how I've used this for many years, whether twitching or just jerking paws. And I'm gonna show you a little bit how I use it. Hopefully we may catch a few smallmouth doing it. So let's get to the water. One thing I like about using these AC Shiners is you can really get into shallow waters with it. There's one. And I done a twitch technique on that one right there, which it didn't twitch very long, but I got a couple of twitches out of it. Nice river smallmouth we got right here. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. The old shiner paid off. Nice little fat river smallmouth in the shallows, feeding up for winter time. We'll let this little fella go. Let him get back out there and grow. Okay guys, what I was getting ready to demonstrate when that one came up and killed it was the wounded minnow technique I use with like the AC Shiner lures that's made out of like balsa wood or made out of cedar. They're really good action on top of the water, giving that wounded bait fish look. And all you do is when you make your cast out is you just give it twitches. just like it right there, along the top of the water, and make it look like a wounded bait fish, and they will come up and absolutely destroy it. I've learned over the years, sometimes that works better than a regular top water bait, like a torpedo or a puppy or something like that. It's just giving it little twitches right down the river, whether you're in the river, lake, wherever you may be fishing, back at the head of coves of the lakes. And that really pays off a lot, is just giving it them short little burst twitches, making him look like he's wounded, trying to get to a safe spot, and those fish will come up and absolutely kill it doing that. And a lot of times when I'm fishing these, I'll do that technique a couple of times, and then I'll do a regular cast and just rip and stop. And when you get to a spot like where the current's coming in like a shoal and you're wading upriver, it's good to get a big long cast and then just twitch it. Let it twitch down, right down the center of that current. If there's one laying in our feed, and a lot of times they'll come up and take it. Yep, we got a deer going down through here. Looks like a buck. We might score on one over here. This is a very small pocket. Maybe. We'll sneak right around the corner right here. Make us a few casts right over on the other side over there. Hits a little bit deeper. There's one. There's a little fellow that was laying in the shoal, waiting to ambush. There we go, number 2. Get him back in the water. And that one was laying right in that current right there. I figured there would be one laying there somewhere, because them smallmouth, they would lay right in the swiftest part of the water. These river smallmouth will. Oh, there's another one. There we go. AC Shiner, baby. Old school type swim bait. And let me tell you, come on, is that all you're going to do? Oh, this one's a little bit bigger. And the other one had him kind of hooked in the back there too. He made a swarp at him. Didn't get him in the mouth, got him in the side. I seen him flash on it as soon as I started giving it them real quick pop and goes down through there. And these hooks are sharp. A little bit better one. Nice little river smallmouth there. Black and gold, my favorite color for jerk baits, floating jerk baits in the river. Beautiful. Okay, little fella, thank you for letting me catch you. Give him some pops. Just little stop and goes. And one good thing about an AC Shiner is you can cast in shallow water. I'm talking 6, 12 inches deep, and you don't have to have that fear of getting hung up, because as soon as you quit popping them along, they'll float right back up. They're great baits for shallow waters. Over toward the bank, all I'm doing is just twitch, stop, twitch, stop, just pop it along. And as soon as I see that bait starting to float back up toward the surface, when it gets about 2 inches from the top of the surface, I'll give it some more twitches. Then stop it, twitch, stop, twitch, and so on. Oh, I missed one. Missed him again. I don't know if he felt the hooks or not. I had one blow up on it twice, right up the edge of that bank right there just in. So, we'll try just popping it along. There's one. There we go. May not be a big one, but he came up. He was wanting it. And you know something I want to say about while we're getting this little fella loose right here. I see people fishing the river a lot, and they use little bitty baits, little bitty minnow baits, little bitty tiny topwater baits. Look, bass, I've caught bass smaller than this on live minnows bigger than this. There's one. That one came up on top and got him. Not what we're after, but a little largemouth. Nope, a little spot. Little Kentucky bass. We'll let that fella go. He was laying right up there. I figured they would be a bass laying up there where this necked up right here. And as soon as it hit, it grabbed it. There's one. What have we got here? A white bass. That hit like a ton of bricks. I should have known that was a white bass that hit that. I mean, I was just twitching it through her and hit dead stopped. Classic white bass. So we've caught a spot. We've caught a smallmouth, and we've caught our first white bass up in this river right here on the AC Shiner. I say it's a lonely little fella up here. He's probably been up in here since spring. They run out of the lake. I say he's been hanging around up here, munching on small minnows. But I was just twitching it through her, and he just came up and just slammed it.